I'll be showing a tour of the all-new OneDrive. OneDrive has had some major updates and user experience improvements to save you time and make it easier to find what you're looking for. So let's get started. I'm here on the M365 homepage, formerly office.com. I'm going to go to the waffle menu and I'm going to choose OneDrive. Here's the brand new OneDrive. I'm going to give a quick overview and then I'll dig deeper into some of the different capabilities. The top little chunk here is the new For You area, and this is AI driven. It can show things that were recently opened by you, things that were shared by you, things that were edited by you, and it uses smarts with your network inside of M365 to show up different things. I've just got a few here that I've opened, but this is a really nice way as you open and work with more files, this will populate based on what the AI thinks is going to be useful for you. The other nice thing is all my files are listed right here, and there are these little pivot pills, little pill in quotes. And if I click on them, it'll filter super fast. Like that's just really nice and quick filtering. Another example is how easy it is to search and how fast it is. Right here on filtering by name or person, let's say I'm looking for the name of Amy. If I just start typing A and then M, it's filtering as I go, and then Y, hey, there's Amy Sung's files. Pull it back. Now maybe I'm trying to find something about my giving campaign. So I can just type in GIV and it finds all of the giving programs, and see how fast it is. It is a super fast real-time filtering. We also have a left rail right here that's been updated. So you have the home, you've got my files, shared, favorites, recycle bin, which has been there a long time, people, meetings, and then quick access. You can also collapse this right here. The other nice one that I'm going to dig into in just a bit is the Add New. This has been overhauled and we've made it much easier to create files and upload things and also create documents all from one nice button, which is right here. Now I'm over in a different profile here. The first thing I'm going to drill into is the Add New button. So if I click this, I can create folders, I can upload a file or multiple files, upload an entire folder, and I have all my Office documents that I can create right here, as well as links. Now this is something that used to be spread across the top. It was kind of jumbled with a lot of user interface and text and little boxes. Now it's just one nice click right here. In general, with this homepage, what we've tried to do is simplify a lot of that visual overload. It's much cleaner and simple. So here I can click and create something really quick. Now what I'm going to do is click New Folder. One of the best new features is the ability to add folder colors. So I'm going to go here and we're going to make a OneNote folder, and one of my favorite colors is purple, and I'll click Create. It says at the bottom it's created a folder in my files. So if I go here, now I've got a nice OneNote folder, and I'm going to add a couple of more colors just for fun really quick. There we go. I've created a bunch of different colored folders. So this is great for people who like to organize things, have a little fun with colors. That is fully rolled out and available now. Next up is the improved and simplified sharing dialog. So I'm going to go down here and I will select a specific file. Here's a Word document, and I'm going to go and click the share button right here. This brings up the new improved sharing dialog. The first thing I'm going to do is just show how you can drop this down and say people can edit, people can view, or people can review and suggest changes. In this case, I want to make sure that this person can edit the document. So I will go here. I'm going to add a name that I want to share this to. So I'll type in Alex. Alex Wilbur, I can give a message. In the simple case, I can click send right here. I can also copy the link. So if I want to copy this link and I want to give it to someone, I can just copy and paste it. So anyone who gets this link could then edit the document. I could also hit send, and this would send this off in email. Now to drill in even more, I click this little settings gear, and this gives me all the sharing settings. So I could do with anyone, people just within my Contoso organization, people that I choose. There's some people who have existing access. This is how you can make those very customized settings. So I will click back. And the last little update I'll show is if you hit this three-dot menu, you can say share in Outlook. So if I click this, it launches Outlook in the web, and it pops that link right into an email ready to go, and it is addressed to Alex. That's a quick tour of the simplified sharing dialog. The next area I want to show is the shared files area. If I click on shared, it pulls up all the different files that have been shared with you. I can also filter on shared by me. So these are the files that I shared. Going back to with you, you have these same little pills up top, and it is a super fast pivot. So shared with me, if I want to find that PowerPoint deck that was shared with me, this one was shared by Megan. It's right there, really easy to find. Even things like PDFs show up. So the shared area is hypercharged and very fast to just filter around, and using these little pills up here is nice. You can also, in the upper right, do the same experience I showed earlier. So I'm looking for that file from Amy. I just type AMY and it real-time filters. These are all the files that Amy Sung shared with me. Next up is favorites. So let's say I'm in my files here and I've got a bunch of documents and maybe I've favorited a couple. I want to add this one here. This is another favorite. You just click this star area and it adds it as a favorite. It shows it right here, added as a favorite. I've starred a couple of other files here. If I go to favorites, it shows all the different files that I've favorited. There's the Visio file that I just added that favorite star to just now. It also shows when you favorited this. It even says when you opened this most recently. So it's really nice to really pull those right in. Again, you get those same little filter pills across the top, even for your favorites. You'll see that's a pattern across the new OneDrive. The next two areas are some of my favorite in the new OneDrive, and that is browsing by people or by meetings. These are new pivots you can have in OneDrive that let you get really useful information about people you're working with. So I'm going to click on Browse Files by People first. And here are all the different people that I've been working with. I've got Amy Sung, I just mentioned her earlier. You have Lesha, Megan, etc. And I've got all the files that I was working with. So here's a video from Amy Sung. If I click this, I can open it up and it launches that video. And now I'm ready to play that if I want. The other nice thing is you can hover and pin anyone. So in this case, I'm going to pin Amy Sung because I work with her a lot. She shared 6 different items with me, and those are showing up right here. I want to see all. I drill in. Here's all the 6 files that Amy Sung has shared with me. And again, I can pivot on these really fast. We'll go back to people. I can pin another person. Maybe I'm going to pin Megan Bowen, and I can have her right here. So it's really easy to have that big visual indicator and these nice big clickable cards to figure out exactly what files are shared with you and how you're working with those people. Now, another pivot that we have over on the left is by meetings. If you're recording Teams meetings, this is where they'll show up. So I will click on meetings. And again, you've got these nice big visual cards, and you have it filtered by dates. Right here, there was a marketing review meeting, there was a Q2 funding meeting, brainstorming session. So I'm going to drill into the brainstorming session. And it has all the files that were shared during that meeting. And it got the nice little pivots just like you've had earlier. We also have all the people that were in the meeting right here. And it was organized by Mycely. I'm going to go back to meetings. If I want to drill into the marketing review, we'll go into here. And again, I have the files that were in that marketing review meeting. So if you missed a meeting, you want to say, oh, where was the PowerPoint that was in that meeting? Really nice way to be pivoting by meetings over on the left. The next area I'll show is quick access. There's a couple of here. These are different teams that I'm working with. If I drill into the Mark 8 project team, this very quickly pulls up all of the files that are in that team because behind the scenes, teams are backed by SharePoint document libraries, all of which you can access right from OneDrive. Right here, you've got the different channels if you want, if you've created channels. So there's the general channel, the design channel, and these are those file structures that exist inside of Teams in the File tab. So I can access that really easily. If I want to go to more places, this will pull up all the places that I've gone recently. These are all my different teams right here. This is the Digital Initiative Public Relations team. If I drill in here, same thing. There's the general channel. I can drill in and I can find all the different files for that specific team. So it's really easy to access your teams directly through OneDrive. The final thing I'll show is OneDrive features that are now showing up inside of Teams. So I'm going to go to the little app launcher menu here and I'm going to launch Teams. I'm in that Mark 8 project team right here and I'll go up to Files. What I'll show next is some of these new OneDrive features that are showing up in Teams, specifically some of those new folder options. So I will drop the new menu down and I'm going to choose folder. And look at this, I can create colored folders right here in Teams. So I'm going to make another OneNote folder, select purple and click create. So some of these features are already showing up in Teams, and in the near future, many more of those OneDrive features that I've been showing will also be accessible inside of the Files tab in Teams. If you want to keep up with all the latest Microsoft updates and tips and tricks, subscribe to my channel and then just ring the bell so you get all the latest videos that I post.